Good morning. Morning, Tilly. Tilly's an Aussie mix. Not sure what she's mixed with. I'll do a story on her someday. We just got her from the pound last year when our older dog passed away. It's a really interesting story. I should do a video. I don't want that to be my first video though. So I'm not gonna be a dog channel. This is Wisco Rural Living. We live in southern Wisconsin. One thing Tilly does all day is she keeps these barn swallows in their nest. These things come back from Mexico every spring. They usually hatch out too. She's sitting on eggs right now, if you can see her up there. They make a mess. Yeah, there she goes. Very pretty bird though. Interesting how they migrate. I spend a lot of my time on equipment, wearing headphones. And for years, I just listened to music. And a few years ago, I was listening to a guy. He just mows grass over by Milwaukee. He does Facebook videos, mainly on just his daily experiences with dealing with people. They're very entertaining. And one day he said, "Why y'all just listening to music? Why don't you listen to something that educates yourself?" And I've always watched YouTube, mainly if I needed to find out how to do something. I don't have a college degree. I got a 2-year degree, technical college degree. But one day I'm like, this is like 2 or 3 years ago. I'm like, I'm gonna do a YouTube channel. So, I bought this gimbal. I've always had a GoPro, but GoPro is just hard to operate. I watch, I don't watch a lot of YouTube, but when I'm mowing, running the chainsaw or the skid loader, I found myself just listening to YouTube. One day, I think it's Kevin Kolb's name. He's like, just do it. Like, I'm kind of a shy guy. But I have gotten better at public speaking as I've gotten older, and you're really not talking to anybody. You're talking to a camera. But anyway, I'm a woodworker. Do a little construction work. Not so much concrete anymore. I'm 51 years old. Concrete's hard on your body. But I help a few buddies out to do concrete, or they help me out. I still got all the equipment. The sun's gonna raise havoc here. But I wouldn't consider us homesteaders, but I rarely hire anybody to do my stuff. There's another nest of, I don't think they actually have a nest out here. Here's some doors I built from my barn. Story on this gambrel barn. I used to have 4 employees doing commercial millwork. In the recession of '08, I didn't have any work. So I sold my 15,000 square foot shop or buildings. And I kept all my equipment. And I didn't just want to build a pole building. And looking back, maybe that's what I should have did. But we had a barn up the road, and it was my great-grandpa's homestead. And the foundation was given away, and one day a friend of mine was doing some bulldozing for me, and that's one thing I do hire out. I'm not going to buy a bulldozer. But I said, "Jason, I'm going to have you bury that barn." So I actually paid, or I got paid from a guy. He took all the siding off the barn, and I took some of the beams out of it. This windmill was next to that barn. Well, it wasn't right next to it, but the wife was mad I tore that barn down, and I said, Ange, we could stick $50,000 in that, and what do we got? We still got no hay barn. We wouldn't really be able to use it. It's not close to our house. I said, someday I'll build a barn that's similar to that back. And she's like, yeah, whatever. Well, this is what we built. Like I say, this sun's going to raise havoc. But this will be my first YouTube video, I believe. I should have cleaned up a little bit out here, but like I say, I rarely hire anybody to do anything for myself. I'm not a perfectionist, but I'm never 100% happy with other people's workmanship. The one thing I did hire out on this, a couple friends of mine were building a pole shed up the road, and I was borrowing the telehandler on weekends from them. This thing has an I-lam going down the whole top of it where I rested the trusses on. So on the weekends, I'd go up and get that. And they were finishing up on that. And it was a father and a son. And they're like, hey, you want us to, we can put that tin on your roof for you. And I'm like, you know what? I'm good with that. I said, I just want to make sure, I want them screws straight. Now I come home one day and I never paid attention to it. I think I ended up, they got about 2/3 of the way, and it was on this end. I said, hey guys, I'll take it from here. Because the screws aren't straight at all. I mean, there's 2x4 purlins flat on that roof, so you got 3.5 inches to hit something. That isn't that bad, but it's close to it. Yeah, that one duck. So like I say, this will be my first YouTube video, I think. Yesterday I spent 3 hours planting these 130 tomatoes here. And I come out this morning. Anyway, I planted half of them, then I went to a graduation party. I came back and planted the other half. This isn't hard work, but I am freaking sore today. So I come out this morning, I'm like, there was a few of these I was afraid. You know, we had two plants in one, so I separated the roots, and I'm like, I hope they take off. So I was checking them this morning. I'm like, God, they look good. Oh, wait. What's wrong with that one? And that one? And that one? And that whole row? It's rabbits. We got 120 acres here, and between the deer and the rabbits, the coon, we don't consider ourselves homesteaders, but we do a big garden every year. We can. I got 2 outdoor wood stoves. We cut firewood. I saw lumber. And we got a lawn mowing business. My daughters do. That'll be another video. Got 2 junk project trucks up there. Any of you ever bought a project that you thought you had time to do? I got a few of those, but someday I'll get around to it when I retire. Or not. But anyway, I think I could offer some pretty cool content. Do a tour of my shop. This is something we've never done before. I love sweet potatoes. So I did a little sweet potato project this spring. I just took some sweet potatoes, made the slips. This video is getting too long. I found out my attention span of watching other people's videos is usually about 5 minutes, and I don't lose interest, but my videos are going to be unedited, I believe. My daughter might edit a little bit, but this is going to be pretty much raw footage. So, and And that's what I like to watch. I don't like scripted, fake, something made in studio with other people's content. But no, I could do a tour of my woodworking shop. Behind these doors is actually a half basketball court. My daughter was a good basketball player. It's my man cave now. I got a bar in there. I could do a video on my construction trailer and all the pack outs and stuff. Yeah. Got to fix that flat tire on my daughter's bike. Oh, there's where she's got her nest. She's up in that end. Yeah, she's got one up there. There's a whole family of these that come back. I could do a video on that truck with transmission problems. Yeah, nobody wants to listen to that. But anyway, I'm gonna flip the. Just an ordinary guy from Wisconsin. My daughter painted that barn quilt years ago. Like I say, I think I can offer some pretty cool content for somebody who wants to watch me saw some logs, do some woodworking. I mainly do high-end commercial doors, church doors, thick, heavy doors. That's more of my winter job. When it's nice outside, I like to be outside. And I could open the doors up too, but there's that sun. But anyway, I'm gonna get this video cut off. Hey, I'd appreciate a like and subscribe. I'm just starting out. Not making money on YouTube. That's not my primary goal either. I think YouTube can be a highway. I actually had an idea what YouTube could be used for. Oh, there goes them Canadian geese. Crap, I wish I had the camera flipped. I just saw them Canadian geese when we come home from town. Oh, what was I saying? I think I can offer some pretty cool, I know what I was saying. You know, in this digital world, we can take pictures and video of everything. My dad just gave me a box of photos that my grandma had. Nobody's going to have that anymore. Where's all this content going to be? It's not going to be in a bunch of SD cards in a box. So this is YouTube could be a way for me to, you know, I got relatives that live all over the country. Hey, here's what we're doing today. Excuse me. These gnats, I think I just swallowed one. Anyway, I think that's what YouTube could be used for, at least in my mind, is, hey, we're canning today. Look what we're doing. And maybe I'll create my own family on YouTube. I don't know. But yeah, like and subscribe this. Maybe do some comments. What do you want to see? You just want to see me saw some logs? I don't saw logs all the time, but I do feed the chickens and water the chickens every day. And I think the project for today is going to be putting up an electric fence around that garden. So I spent a lot of time, or my daughters did, starting all them seeds. Could all go to waste in a couple days. Thanks for watching.